Meghna had gone out to the market. She was planning to return home during her university break and needed to withdraw some money. But just as she approached the market, a group of men in plain clothes suddenly grabbed her and forced her into a microbus. They blindfolded her. When she started screaming, they gagged her mouth with Scotch tape. She couldn't understand why she was being taken like this. She kept asking again and again, but received no answers. She tried to struggle, waving her arms and legs, sobbing in pain. But with her eyes and mouth covered, she was helpless. Her name was Meghna. She was a student at Manarat International University. The men then reached Sony Signal in Mirpur and used Meghna's phone to call her friend Mou, asking her to come to the location. When Mou arrived, she too was abducted in the same way, forced into a vehicle, blindfolded and gagged. Both girls were terrified and confused, even with their eyes and mouths bound. They tried using finger gestures to ask what was happening, but no one answered. After a long journey, they were taken to an abandoned house in Narsingdi. They still didn't understand why they had been brought there. When their blindfolds were finally removed, they kept asking, "Why have you brought us here?" But again, there was no reply. With tears in their eyes, the girls pleaded, "We haven't done anything. Please let us go home." But the plainclothesmen told them to follow orders. If they didn't, things would get much worse. The two girls were held in that abandoned, filthy, spiderweb-filled house with no electricity for 3 whole days. Dirty water, pitch darkness, they were left in total isolation. After 3 days, the girls saw drones flying outside, and something unusual happening around the house. They were overwhelmed with fear. They cried, begging to be allowed to return home. Then they saw hundreds of law enforcement officers, police, RAB, DB surrounding the building. The girls were in shock. They had no idea what was happening. Tearfully, they cried out, "Please, let us go home." From outside, RAB officers shouted, "Surrender first, then we'll let you go. If you don't, we'll bring your husband and shoot him in front of you." Meghna was terrified. She had only recently gotten married. Fearing for her husband's life, she broke down completely. The pressure continued. From outside, they were told exactly how to surrender. Under extreme psychological torture and fear, the two girls walked out to the balcony, raised their hands as instructed, and surrendered. They thought that this act would finally free them, that they'd be allowed to go home. But no, that was only the beginning of a staged militant drama.